Hey guys, so Madam Glam sent me some more gel polishes. This is their December collection called the House of Reflections. And as you can see, I got the 4 glitter gel polishes from this collection. There are 8 gel polishes total in this collection, 4 glitters and 4 creams. This is the bottle with the label, with all the information you need about the gel polish. And then on the top you have the little color swatch of what's inside the bottle, and then on the bottom you do have the name of the color, and this one is called Tinsel. And as you can see, it is this really pretty silver, like holographic glitter gel polish. All of these gel polishes are actually a little bit holographic, so they do have those little rainbow reflex throughout, and they are all super pretty. These gel polishes are super packed with a bunch of glitter. They don't go on super grainy either. They actually go on very smooth. I have had experiences where super packed glitter gel polishes like this tend to go on a bit grainy and feel a bit rough while you're applying them, just because there is so much glitter in them. But these ones all go on very smooth and you don't have that grainy feel to them. This one here is called Inner Light, and as you can see, it is a really pretty gold glitter, and you can kind of see those little rainbow reflex in there from the little hollow glitters that they have mixed into the gel polish. I do want to mention real quick that in these swatches, the gel polishes are going on pretty thick. That is because I had just gotten them out of the mailbox and they had been sitting out in the cold all day, and then it was also cold in my room, so that did make the gel polish a little bit thicker. This one here is called Joy, and it's a red glitter, and this one you can really see like all those different colors in it. I think this is such a fun glitter gel polish, and it really fits in with like the Christmas season here. I also feel like this would be really good for like Valentine's Day nails. I just feel like it has that like reddish pinkish kind of look that everyone goes for around that time. And I'm not really a huge fan of red nail polish or glitters or anything like that, but I was really liking this one. It just looked really pretty with all of the different rainbow glitters mixed throughout there. I think it really added something special to this one. And then this next gel polish is called Enchanted Blue, and it is such a gorgeous blue glitter. I absolutely love this one. I've mentioned before that blue is my favorite color, so this one is definitely my favorite. I just love how this one looks, and with the different colored specks throughout. I could see myself using this one for like winter sets, for like ocean or like beach theme sets, even for like galaxy and space theme sets. I just feel like there's a lot of different things that you could use this blue for, and it'd be perfect for it. So here are the swatches with just one coat of the glitter. You could leave it like this if this is how you wanted your nails to look. You could even put a cream color, the same color as them, and have that as a base and add this on top. As you can see, it is a little bit sheer because it is a clear base with a bunch of glitter mixed into it, so you do see through it a little bit. So obviously if you wanted to not be able to do that, you'd have to add more layers on, or like I said, add a base color to them. And this is what they look like under flash. They're not reflective, but I do feel like the flash really brings out those hollow glitters, and you can really see them shine and sparkle this way. And this is what they look like with 2 coats and a top coat. As you can see, they are a little more opaque. There are still some places where you can kind of see through. If that bothers you, you could add another coat or 2 if you needed, or add a base underneath. But I think they look great with just the 2 coats here. And I just really love how glittery and sparkly these gels are. They look like, when you move them around, they look like twinkling lights, like Christmas lights, how they kind of twinkle and shine. And I just think these are so pretty, and they definitely are perfect for the holiday season. And obviously, don't just have to use them for the holiday season. You can use them whenever you feel like using them. And I do have a code with Madam Glam. I'll have it up here on the screen, as well as down in the description below. And I will have all these gel polishes linked down below for anyone that may be interested in purchasing any of them or any other Madam Glam gel polishes. So now for the nail art portion of this video, I am going to be doing a fun, festive, glittery Christmas set. So to start off, I'm going to take Riverwalk from Madam Glam and paint 3 of the nails with it. And I do apply 2 coats of this, and I cure each coat for 60 seconds. And I know this is a super last minute Christmas set that I'm putting out. I don't really like that I'm putting it out this late, but I was waiting for these gel polishes to arrive. By the time you see this, Christmas Eve will be tomorrow, and then Christmas is on Monday. So I feel like everyone has their Christmas nails already. But if you don't, here is an idea. This is a pretty simple set, and I feel like the designs are easy and quick to get through. Also, you know, you could save this and use it for next year if you wanted. For this nail, I'm painting it with Joy, and I do 2 coats of this, and I cure each coat for 60 seconds. Now, for this part, I needed to mix up 2 different greens. I needed one that was more of a Christmas tree green, and one that was more of like a emerald kind of green. So I'm going to be taking Perfect Green, Mother Nature, and Scorpio Season, all from Madam Glam, and I'm going to use those to kind of create the colors that I want. So here I'm taking Perfect Green, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of Mother Nature to it to try and get that kind of Christmas tree green that I was looking for. I felt like Perfect Green is a little too blue for a Christmas tree, and Mother Nature is too neon, and I felt like if I mixed those 2 together, it would kind of even them out and make that nice, like, Christmassy green color that I was looking for. So as you can see, I placed down some Perfect Green first, and then just added a small little dot of Mother Nature, and I'm taking my dotting tool and mixing that together, and I'm making sure that it's mixed through very well, so there's no kind of like splotchiness in the color, and making sure that it's one nice even color. If I didn't like it, I would have added some more of Mother Nature or more Perfect Green, depending on what I felt, but I felt like what I had mixed up was good for what I wanted, so I just left it at that. So for this second color, I did want more of like an emerald green. So that's why I'm going to be mixing Perfect Green and Scorpio Season. So I'm just starting out with a dab of Perfect Green, and instead of adding the Scorpio Season right into the Perfect Green right off the brush, I am just taking a little bit off of it with my dotting tool here and then mixing it in, because when you mix a dark color in like Scorpio Season, or like a dark purple or a black or a brown, like something super dark, it can take over real quick and make whatever you're mixing too dark. So you do just want to add a little bit at a time. You don't want to add in a bunch and then end up making it too dark, because then at that point it's going to be really hard to get it back to that lighter shade, and you're kind of just going to have to start over at that point, because you're going to have to add in a lot of your lighter color or a lot of white to try and get it, and it's just really hard to do. So if you just take like a needlepoint dotting tool like I am here, or even if you take like a toothpick, or like the end of a orange wood stick, the pointy side of it, you can just take a little bit off the brush and mix that in. Make sure you mix it in super well before adding any more, because a little goes a long way and can really change the shade of the color you're mixing. So you do want to make sure you're taking your time, making sure it's completely mixed in and mixed in very well before adding any more. And if you feel like you need more, again, just add in a little bit, mix it completely, and just keep doing that until you get the color that you want. So after I got the color mixed up that I wanted, I did apply that to the nail. I did like 2 coats of it, and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in on this red glitter nail and painting on a Christmas tree, and I'm using that first green that I had mixed up to paint on this Christmas tree. And I am using my 11mm liner brush to draw this on. And as you can see, this is 1 coat coverage. It completely covers all of that red glitter, and I didn't even have to add a white base or anything to make this color pop out any. That's one of the reasons why I really love Madam Glam's gel polishes. They're super pigmented, and for the most part 1 coat coverage. There are some colors where it's best if you add a second coat to it, but like I said, for the most part, they are 1 coat coverage. So to do my Christmas trees, I just start out with a triangle, and then as you can see here, I am just going in and flicking out the edges to kind of get that like fluffy Christmas tree look with all the like branches and stuff. And then once I get that how I want it, I do go in and cure it for 60 seconds. Here I am taking Scorpio Season, and I'm just adding in a little bit of shadowing to the tree to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm not loading up my brush very much. It's kind of more of like a dry brush technique here, really, because I don't want to add too much of that darkness to it. I do want to keep it pretty light, but I also want to add those shadows to give it that dimension. And I'm just doing quick little flicks with it to make it look like the pine needles that are on Christmas trees. And then I am going to take Mother Nature and do the same exact thing, and to add highlights to the trees. I do cure for 60 seconds after doing Scorpio season with the shadowing, and then after I get Mother Nature on, I do cure again for another 60 seconds. Once I got my tree how I wanted, I then went in with tinsel and started adding that onto it to make it look like there was tinsel hanging from the tree. And as you can see, I'm doing the same thing like I did with the shadows and the highlights, and not loading my brush up very much and just doing quick little brush strokes, because I don't want this glitter to overpower the tree and it just look like a silver glittery Christmas tree. I do want it to look like the classic green Christmas tree with some tinsel hanging from it. So I'm not adding a whole lot to it, but I'm adding enough to give it that effect. And then I cure that for 60 seconds. Here I'm just adding on a little gold star charm for the top of the tree. I decided not to add on any kind of ornaments or anything onto the tree because I didn't want that to hide the tinsel effect that I was going for. After I got the star on, I did cure that for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in on this green nail here, and I'm drawing on a present bow. So I just draw a line straight down the middle going vertically, and then straight across horizontally. I did do 2 coats of this glitter, and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. I did not cure in between doing the lines though. I did both lines and then cured. And then I went in and drew on the actual bow part. So here you can see I'm doing the loop of one side of the bow, and then I'm doing the other loop on the other side, and then the 2 little ribbons that hang down. Again, I do 2 coats of that, and I cure each coat for 60 seconds. For this nail, I decided to do a candy cane design. So I am starting out by doing the thicker lines first and just drawing them on diagonally down the nails. I ended up not liking this top line here once I got the 2 on the bottom on. It just kind of didn't match up and flow nicely, so I did end up wiping that one off and redoing it so it matched up better with the other 2. And then I cured for 60 seconds, and then I did do a second coat on the red glitter here, and then I went in and did the thinner lines in between the thicker lines. Same thing, cured for 60 seconds, did a second coat, cured that for 60 seconds. And I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but before going in with any of this nail art, I did go ahead and wipe all of the nails off with alcohol to get rid of that sticky layer. I just feel like that sticky layer kind of acts a little bit like a blooming gel. It doesn't make the gel polish on top spread quite as much as a blooming gel would, but it does cause it to spread out enough to kind of distort what you're doing and to make your lines look a little thicker than what you wanted. So whenever I do nail art, I do wipe off the base color with alcohol first to get rid of that sticky layer so I don't have that spreading issue. For this nail, I did a couple snowflakes. I did that super popular way to do snowflakes where you do all the dots and then connect them with the line. I personally don't like this type of snowflake. I've done snowflakes in the past. Last year, one of my winter sets had snowflakes. So if you want to know how I usually do snowflakes, you can go watch that. But I felt like because I'm using glitter gel polish, the way I typically do snowflakes wouldn't have translated well. So I did go ahead and decide to do the snowflakes like this, and I feel like that was a good call because you can tell it's a snowflake and you can still see all the glitters and everything, and it just looks better than how it would look if I did it the way I normally do snowflakes. Unlike the rest of the glitter designs, I did only do one coat on this one. I just kind of felt like doing a second coat might have affected how it looked a little bit. And I really liked how it looked for doing the snowflakes like this. I did flash cure that first one I did before moving on and doing this second one. After I got the second one on, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. And then off camera, I did go in and add some little blue glitter dots around the snowflakes just because I felt like there was a lot of empty space and it needed to be filled in a little bit. So I did add on those little blue dots to look like little, snow flurries floating around back there. For this last nail, I wanted to do like Christmas lights, so I'm taking Perfect Black and using that to draw on like the string that holds on the lights, along with the little like branch, I guess you would call it, or like wherever the bulb attaches to the wire so it lights up, I think I did like 3 lines and then cured those for 60 seconds and then went in and did the little dashes on these lines to where the bulbs were going to connect, and then I cured those for 60 seconds. And then I'm just going to take my dotting tool and dot on the different glitter colors in different areas. And I do end up using all 4 of them. So I use the blue one, the gold one, the silver one, and the red one for the lights. Like I said, I wanted them to be Christmas lights, but they ended up looking more like ornaments since they're round and not that kind of like pointed look that Christmas lights typically have. I did try to get them to look more pointed, but it just kind of wasn't working out. Painting with glitter gel polish like this can be a little bit tricky to try and get the glitter to move into the place where you want it to be. So I just left them as circles, and they look like Christmas lights, but they also look like ornaments. So if you want them to be Christmas lights, they're Christmas lights. If you want them to be ornaments, they're ornaments. It really doesn't matter. And then apparently I didn't hit record when I went to top coat these nails. So this is what they look like after they're all top coated. I think this is a super cute set and it came out really well. Like I said in previous videos, I haven't really been feeling the Christmas sets this year, but I do think this ended up being a really cute and pretty easy set. I feel like this is pretty beginner friendly. There's not a whole lot of detail, and I feel like a beginner could easily do any of these designs. And you can like mix and match, and you know, if you want them to all be candy canes, you can do whatever you want really. This is just 5 different designs that I came up to go with the different glitters that I received from Madam Glam, and I just think this set came out really cute and it's super festive, and I love all the glitter on it. It really screams Christmas when you have super glittery sets like this. Like when you think of Christmas, you think of like lots and lots of glitter. Most people do super glittery sets for Christmas, so I do think this is a perfect set for Christmas, and I really love how they look with the no lighting and under the flash. You can really see the hollow reflex and how the glitters twinkle and sparkle, and just really giving that like Christmas magic feel to this set. And then I do show them each individually again here under flash, just so you can see all the detail and the glitter up close here under the flash. And I love these glitters. I love how they're like mainly made up of one color of glitter and then have a little bit of hollow glitter mixed into it just to add a little bit more sparkle and pop to it, to give it a little bit more of a fun, festive kind of vibe. I think it's so pretty, and I really love how the tinsel came out on this Christmas tree here. I think it was like the perfect amount of that silver color to make it look like tinsel is hanging on the tree. I think that one might be my favorite nail out of all of them. Just the way it turned out is so pretty. So overall, I am really happy with how this set came out, and I think it is a very fun, festive Christmas set. Like I said, I think it is great for beginners too. There's not a whole lot of detail, and it's very, I feel like, basic type of nail art that anybody can do. I hope you guys have a great Christmas if you celebrate it. If not, I hope you have a great Monday, and I will see you guys in the next video. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.